My last video about how Shane Gillis can talk about George Washington owning slaves without sparking conservative backlash provoked a wide range of responses, everything from thoughtful praise to well-argued critiques to the unexplainably bizarre, and in typical internet fashion, some not-so-thoughtful negative comments. But one recurring critique stood out: the claim that I'm overanalyzing Gillis's comedy because it's just a joke. It's absolutely valid to enjoy comedy at face value and not want to engage with it on a deeper level. However, it's equally reasonable to see humor as a tool comedians use to open the audience up to deeper ideas. Many comedians use their art as a vehicle for truth-telling, and Shane Gillis is very much a part of that tradition.
Who's your top five?
I don't know. I don't watch it enough.
I'd say, actually, Louis, I think, is the best, but in no particular order. It'd be Louis, Chappelle, Norm,
I love Norm.
And then it's Bernie Mac or Patrice there.
How different it is to be rich than it is to be poor, because when you're rich, the bank pays you for being rich. If you have a lot of money, they give you money because you have a lot of money. They say, you have so much money that we should give you some. Because you have a lot, you should have more. Here, take more money. Take this guy's 15, fuck him, you should have it. It makes perfect sense. He doesn't have enough, you have a lot.
It made me think of an idea for a movie. It sounds dumb, but hear me out. In my movie idea, we find out that these aliens are originally from Earth. That they're from an ancient civilization that achieved interstellar travel and left the Earth thousands of years ago. Some other planet they go to, and things go terrible for them in the other planet. So they come back to Earth, decide that they want to claim the Earth for their very own. It's a pretty good plot line, huh? I call it Space Jews.
You know, now that everybody can pay their players, Notre Dame has a shot. It's not just the SEC, it's not Coach Saban.
Now he's going to be on the set, right?
Hey, Coach Saban ran a good operation down there.
No, he did.
Good program, and obviously Notre Dame has as well.
I don't know.
You called him a cheater earlier.
I was just joking around. I don't think the SEC paid players ever.
Period. Right?
No, I'm joking. Are we not? Is this not a fun show?
No fun.
Serious show?
Serious football.
Alabama Jones is very serious.
No, I'm not serious.
Get the whip, Indy.
He's also a devoted student of history, American history in particular.
I go CWRs constantly.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, because of Lancaster.
I was in Gettysburg.
Stuff.
I grew up right next to Gettysburg.
Man.
Dude, the reenactments were fucking crazy.
Fucking, we should have fucking won, boy.
I love, well, no, you guys stunk, dude. Custer was the
With his
man.
blonde hair.
If you look into Custer, he was pretty fucking cool.
I don't know much about him.
He fucked up Jeb Stewart at Gettysburg, which was pretty cool because Jeb was the man. And he rode in. He was with the Michigan cavalry, and he was like, "Come on, you Wolverines." And fucking led him into a charge. That's why they're the Michigan Wolverines, all that shit.
In an interview with Joe Rogan, he gladly accepts Rogan's praise for the way he blends historical analysis into his comedy.
Such a knowledge of history, and you're so interested in so many different things that like it layers your comedy in a really cool way.
Thanks.
It's good. It's like that George Washington thing. I don't want to say anything because it's so good. I don't want to fuck it up, but it's so good. I love that bit.
Thanks.
And it's also historically accurate. It's fucking fun. It's fun
shocking.
because it's like it's engaging me and it's entertaining me.
Yeah.
But even if, for the sake of argument, Shane had no intention of inviting a deeper interpretation of his comedy, it's not really his choice to make. Once an artist or comedian puts an idea into the world, they lose control over how it's interpreted. The 1999 film The Matrix serves as a perfect example of this, as described by co-writer and director Lilly Wachowski.
I'm glad that it has gotten out that, that was the original intention, but the world wasn't quite ready at a corporate level. The corporate world wasn't ready for it. So when you make movies and it's this public art form, I think any kind of art that you put out into the universe, there's a letting go process, because it's entering into like public dialogue. I like that there's like an evolution process that we as human beings engage in art in a non-linear way, that we can always like talk about something in new ways and in new light.
Despite the Wachowskis' intention of creating a trans metaphor, The Matrix has spawned the red pill meme, a concept that has become central to an alt-right movement. That movement is almost certainly at odds with Lilly and her sister and co-creator Lana's views, but they don't get to dictate how their art is interpreted.
What is the red pill?
Oh, it's sort of a cultural slogan. It comes from the movie The Matrix, where the character Neo is given the choice between a red pill and a blue pill.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
And if he swallows the red pill, the scales will be peeled back from his eyes. He will see everything that he hasn't been able to see. And if he takes the blue pill, he'll just go back to sleep and live in his sort of unaware, semi-comatose state forever and probably be a lot happier. It's a pretty apt analogy.
So what is the blue pill in this world?
Well, the blue pill is the paradigm that most people live by, that men have all the power, that they've always had all the power, that domestic violence is a problem that's committed by men against women only, that sexual assaults are only committed by men against women, that women don't make the same money for the same work as men. Teach men not to rape. Only men can stop rape. Men commit domestic violence. We need to stop violence against women instead of just stopping violence. That is feminist training.
The same principle applies to my previous video. I didn't expect people to angrily accuse me of claiming Shane for the left or ignoring comments he's made which prove he's further right than I suggested. My intention wasn't to say Shane Gillis is left or right, but rather that he's doing something unique, facilitating a discussion about the founding fathers owning slaves without sparking backlash because he projects a conservative image. Just to clarify, I compared him to Richard Nixon, not Vladimir Lenin. But I accept the fact that people might disagree or interpret my video differently than I intended. Maybe Shane himself hates the video, as many commenters have assured me he would. To those who insist there's nothing deeper in his comedy, I'd say depth isn't always about intention, it's about impact. Regardless of whether Gillis only wants to make us laugh, his comedy forces us to confront truths we might otherwise ignore, and I strongly believe that is intentional on his part. So no, I don't think I'm overanalyzing his work. If anything, we're just beginning to uncover why Shane Gillis's comedy resonates so profoundly, and what it reveals about the world we live in.